I'm going to share something publicly that I have not shared since the beginning of this mold illness that I've been dealing with for over a year now. I've been crying because I'm dealing with really bad sensations today and issues with my blood sugar, which I've been dealing with this whole time. But so I've been on so the first step for my mold protocol was to take a prescription binder to start removing the toxins from the mold inside my body, because I was in such a bad state. I was unable to function. I was bedbound. So that was the first step. And because of the species of mold that I had to be paired with a specific binder, which is called cholestyramine. And it's this big ass bucket that we have to get from a pharmacy, and it was over $200. We had to get it 3 times. So you can just do the math on that. I took the binder for 8 months, and it did help a lot. Like it's the reason that I slowly could start functioning again and eating more food, and just eating and not throwing up and just functioning, and some symptoms went away taking that, because it helped remove the toxins that were just taking over. The second step was supposed to be the actual medication that targets the mold inside my body, which is an antifungal medication, because mold is technically fungus. My doctor told me that, I needed to wait until I was ready to take the medication, because, it can be really hard to start the medication. I've got to take it for a month. But for some people, if you're really sensitive to it, you gotta go slower, so it can be dragged out to 2 months. And there's like a long list of side effects that can happen, because basically the medication is going to go in and just really piss off the mold, because it's going to kill the mold and take it out of my body. And I have to continue taking a binder with it, because it's going to release toxins as it's dying inside of me or whatever. And that's the medication. Make sure I'm not showing my address. The medication I have to take. And I'm scared. I'm scared to start it, because this video would never be able to cover all the trauma I've been through in the last year and a half of just medical issues and medical stuff and side effects, being bedbound, just so many things I've dealt with. And so I feel so traumatized, and I'm scared to start the medication, because I don't want to have horrible side effects, and I don't want to be, God, I don't want to be bedbound again. I don't even want to be sick or just have to lay on the couch all day or whatever. I don't want to go through that. You would just have to understand what I've been through every single day, all day, for over a year. It's just chipped away at me psychologically. Anyway, something in me just wants to finally share this part of my journey, because I've never known anybody personally besides my brain retraining coach who's been through this type of situation, this type of illness. The percentage of people that it happens to in the world is only 25%, whatever. And I know that there's a lot of people out there who may be going through this feeling so alone. And so that's part of the reason I want to share this, but I also just want to share it just because I want to, because I'm so tired of suffering in silence, basically. And like, I feel like I give a lot away. Like I give a lot away. I love to make content. I love to make people laugh. And I get a lot of comments and messages saying, you know, how much I brighten your day or make you laugh or whatever. And I love that. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so grateful for it. But also, this is like the real raw behind the scenes, behind the curtain of what's going on in my life. And I don't want to hide that. And I'm asking anybody who's watching this, please don't say be strong in the comments. I get that comment a lot, like a lot. And I understand where you're coming from. I understand why people say that. Just be strong, stay strong, whatever. But I've been strong for a very long time now. And I've had to like white knuckle be strong, like squeezing be strong and hang in there for so long now. And I'm tired. And I don't, obviously, technically speaking, I have to be strong. But like, I don't want to just keep drilling that into my mind anymore because I'm tired. And it's okay to be tired. And it's okay to be just where I am through this journey because it's been really hard. And so the other thing I wanted to share that's going on is the glucose issues that have happened with the mold, which thankfully, no thanks to any of my doctors who have just gaslit me. Thankfully, because of my brain retraining coach, who also is a mold survivor, I was able to find through her actual research that concluded the connection between histamine issues and glucose issues. So when you have mold illness, you can develop histamine issues, which means like anything you eat, like foods you were able to eat before, cause a major histamine reaction in your body. And over time, with conditions like this, you can get what's called MCAS, like mast cell activation syndrome, which it basically means that your body is just firing off and reacting to everything, to like your surroundings, the environment, your food, all of it. And it's causing a great deal of stress from the constant histamine release of histamine in your body. And then that over time is causing issues with your glucose levels not being able to balance and stay balanced. And so they're just spiking and dipping and spiking and dipping. And so because of that, for over a year now, I have had to eat every single 2 hours on the dot, or else I absolutely feel like I'm going to die, like I'm going to pass out. And it's not a hunger down in my stomach. It's not like that. It is like, I cannot even describe it to you. And I'm not exaggerating at all when I talk about this. It is absolutely horrendous. And I've heard 2 other people who have been through this say the same thing. Even my coach, she went through it, and she literally said, "Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, those years. It was awful." And it's exactly what it is. And sorry, to have lived with this every single day for over a year now. Every hour and a half to 2 hours, it feels like it has chipped away at me psychologically, really. It has. Like, I feel like I'm a puppet in my own life. I feel like it just controls me. And so I had to wear a glucose monitor implanted into my skin for 2 weeks to monitor my levels. And they didn't find anything abnormal about it. And so, you know, my thyroid doctor was just basically, my endocrinologist was basically like, you know, nothing's wrong with you. There's nothing here, blah, blah, blah. But this is very real, what's happening to me. And, you know, even when I check it on my own, I have to prick my finger and, you know, do the whole check my blood. it is low sometimes, and then it also spikes. So what's happening is, because of what I just explained, my body is not keeping my levels balanced out, so it's going up really fast or going down really fast, which is what's causing these awful symptoms that have me feeling the worst I've ever felt in my life. And it is such an awful thing to live with, because it literally is like controlling my days. Like, I will be trying to do music or something, and it hits, and it's awful. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I feel weak. I feel dizzy. I feel like if I don't get food in me, I will actually pass out. And it's the most scary thing. I'm telling you, like, and to have lived with this for this long, so the reason I'm making this video, or what finally pushed me to make this video, is because I had one of the worst episodes earlier, and I truly felt like I was about to black out, or like I was about to die, and it was so bad, and it took forever to get it balanced back out, and I was so defeated when I came home. And I know I shouldn't have said this. I know I shouldn't have, but I said, God, just fucking kill me already if you're gonna make me live with this forever. Like, I cannot do it. And I know God's not making me live with this or whatever. I don't want to get into any of that. I don't need anybody to defend God in my comments. I don't need that either. But that's how I actually feel coming to this, like, breaking point when having to live with this for so long. Like, that's literally what it's driven me to. Like, I just feel so frustrated, like I'm trapped inside my life, and I'm like, these are the prison bars, and I'm just shaking them, and I'm like, let me out. Like, that's what it feels like. That's literally what it feels like. And there's just so many things like this that I mentioned isn't even everything I'm dealing with. I deal with constant insomnia and battling sleep and anxiety and derealization and agoraphobia. There's so many other symptoms and sensations that have come along with this mold illness journey. So anyway, I feel like, too, a part of me just wants to document this and share it, because I'm hoping that someday I will look back on this and go, oh my God, look how far I've come. I thought I was never going to make it out of that, and I did. And honestly, I think a part of me just does not want to feel so lonely in this journey anymore. Like, once I got this medication and realized I had to start it, I was like, what if I just share with my followers what's going on so that they can help me get through having to take this? Because I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna be like. I don't know what it's gonna do. And I'm scared. So I need help. I need encouragement. And I need to not feel so afraid. Anyway, if you're still watching, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. And I don't know, just thank you.